Let's see what we have here. So I have a bunch of devices that are sort of kind of publishing data through the internet. So I have this Lacrosse Technology sensor that it's publishing data to its own thing, something cloud, right? So I have the sensor in the greenhouse, and it has a air temperature and a water temperature, and it can graph it, and it can show you, on per the week what has happened, and it shows you also a table. So yeah, it's good, right? Well, okay, yeah, but how do you? It's not. Let me see. I have Alexa. Alexa, stop. Okay, so I have. It's not. I cannot ask Alexa for the water temperature or the greenhouse temperature or anything, right? And also in the same time, I have all sorts of those smart switches around the house, right? How can I do something based on the temperature, on this temperature, on or log those temperatures, right? Because yeah, I keep some data here in this table, but how do you keep it for forever or for a long time? Because this is worth like just a week. You can just do a week. So what I did, I installed this server, this application called Node-RED. What is it? Well, you kind of sort of got this, see what it is. It's almost like a graphical programming languages, with inputs, like for instance, like on this one, you would inject a timestamp from here, then after that's going to be done, an HTTP request is going to get issued, then with the output it's going to be a process by this. Those are called nodes, right? So but it's really, it was tough to install. I mean, on the PC, no problem, right? One click and everything got installed. But on the what I wanted to do, I wanted to do it on a smaller device, right? On something that I can have always on and not suck power and so on. So I have this old tablet, so I installed it on it, right? What does that mean? Well, you know what a server is. So this is a server, okay? So the server is running on the tablet, and then the client, I just can hit the IP address, which you see right there. So this 192 thing, it's called an IP address, and 1880 is the port that the server is running on. So that runs on the tablet, so I can hit it from here. So it's just easier for me to access it and draw on it and design on it, right? And so what I did, but this is very simplistically shown and presented, because every little one of those things took me quite a while. So like for instance, how do one gets the temperature data from that app that I showed you? Well, you don't, right? So there's no way. Well, I figured out that if I do an HTTP request to a special address formatted, which is this whole address right here. And how did I get it? Well, how I got it is that I looked in here in the app, and I thought, when I'm going table right there, you can download the CSV, comma separated value file for this. And then I saw this address right here, and I went, ooh, look at that. Maybe that's a static thing that I can hit. And well, guess what? I was in luck. So it is a static thing that I can hit. So by doing an HTTP request to that IP address, right, I can just get that whole table, and then I transform it. I put in a CSV interpreter, and then through this function, I just say, hey, just give me the last readings, and then just feed it to this speak routine. So another block that I had to figure it out and find and install and so on is this Alexa interaction, right? So you could have, so those like green and green water and green status are devices that you create, and but they're not, they don't exist, right? So they're virtual devices. So if I'm gonna say this is set up as a switch. So if I'm gonna say to Alexa, turn green on, then that's going to turn on, and then it's going to activate this output. It's going to do this HTTP request. It's going to transfer it through the CSV, and then it's going to get the function, and the function is going to extract and format the well, why don't I show you? So this is JavaScript, which I didn't know JavaScript, so I started to learn a little bit of JavaScript too. So pretty much, well, I'm not going to explain this, but anyway, so to put it back to Alexa to understand, for her to understand what to say, it's going to say the greenhouse temperature is, and then it's going to insert this payload, which is this one. So it's really the ambient temperature of the greenhouse, right? And so I figured all this stuff. So I wrote all those routines, they're called, right? And so you can get the air temperature in the greenhouse, you can get the water temperature in the greenhouse, and also I can just ask for a full status of the greenhouse, and then boom, it's gonna just give it to me all. Another thing that I found out, and I thought that was pretty cool, so I can get statuses from the switches, right? So I have two switches in there, a water pump, and a heat, right? A thing that turns on a heater. And so I can ask Alexa for the status of those things, and it can say back on or off, right? So then I transform those statuses, and then I join them with the other stuff that's requesting the temperature, and then, I'm wondering, what is that requesting? That's a good question. I don't know. I think it is requesting. Yeah, that's requesting the. That's the aggregator right here. So, and I'll show you how they work. You'll hear how they work. So that's one. So let me show you now. I can turn her voice thing on. Let's see. Alexa, what is the greenhouse temperature?
The greenhouse temperature is 81.9 degrees.
Oh, there you go. Alexa, what is the greenhouse water temperature?
The greenhouse water temperature is 62.4 degrees.
All right, and now the status stuff. So, Alexa, what is the greenhouse status?
The greenhouse air temperature is 81.9 degrees. The greenhouse water temperature is 62.4 degrees. The greenhouse heat is off. Greenhouse pump is on.
All right, so there you go. So that's one. And the other one, that's what I've been working on for the last couple of days. So there's this logger. So that's another flow, as I said, it's called. And it's a logger. So what this one does, it's kind of like what she said right there for the status, but it logs it in a Google Sheet, right? So I'm not going to tell you how long it took everything, because how to set up the Google Sheet and so on. But now I have that thing every 5 minutes, right? Logging the time. Let me show you one that's closer to the header. So the time, the greenhouse air temperature, the greenhouse water temperature, if the greenhouse heat is off or on, and if the water pump is off or on. And also, I have a external air temperature, which I get from another sensor that's on the front of my porch, and I may put it closer to the greenhouse or something, right? So look at this. So all those are off, but at right here, so that water pump turned on at 9:10 a.m. this morning, right? Because also that's made to turn on based on a heat. When it gets this hot, then it turns on. So yeah, that's what I've been playing with lately, and it has been tough. And like even with the Node-RED, which I skipped over, I mean, to install that on the tablet was a bitch. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Still thinking of you. I'd love to hang out. It has been rough lately because of the losing weight and because of the work and everything, but and the damn weather. But today's a pretty day, so yeah, so we'll hang out soon. All right, Node RED, man. I'll show you some more when we're gonna get together. And I'm sure I'm gonna have more routines to show you. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.